Shalom Akim. First off, I want to start by saying all praise goes to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles and Elsewhere Millstone. Salutations to the brothers out there pushing this word. In all sincerity and honesty, the hopeful elect, the lower part of that number. I'm Brother Quara Allen through the Spirit. It's going to be a quick lesson as you see it going into Armenia and the Azerbaijan war. All right, decades-long conflict over a dispute, Nagorno-Karabakh region. It says clashes have erupted between Armenia and Azerbaijan over a decades-long territorial dispute erupted on Sunday. The renewed tension between the two former Soviet republics have alerted the global community like America, Russia, France, community, which is now urging both sides to halt the fighting. The bone of connection between Muslim majority Azerbaijan and Christian majority Armenia is the Nagorno-Karabakh region. Nagorno-Karabakh, a mountainous region of around 4,400 square kilometers, is internationally recognized as part of Azerbaijan. However, the region is controlled by ethnic Armenians, right? So war is breaking out to the point where different countries have to step in, and ask for a ceasefire, all right? Because people are dropping dead, not only in the military, but also civilians' homes and cars and businesses are being destroyed, by way of artillery attacks, airstrikes, all right, fighter jets, drones, all right, and people are dropping dead, and the big question is, why now? All right, now that's the spirit that these things are happening, because it's according to prophecy, all right, which things are only going to pick up from here, all right. Let me just go ahead and grab some scriptures, because what comes to mind off the bat is Matthew 24 verse 3 on down. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, Yahushai, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?" Right? The sign of thy coming. That's the second coming. All right. The sign of the Lord's second coming. He came once. He came humble. But now he's going to come again. He's going to come to destroy. All right. He's going to come to bring judgment. It says, "And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" Now, when you go into the blue of the Bible and look up the word world, right? Because that's talking about the earth being destroyed or something. Look up the word world, you get eon. Now let's go into eon real quick. Show Strong's info. Eon from the same as property and age. Extension. It says let's age, course. All right. World. All right. Basically a time period or an age or rulership, an age of rulership. All right. So let's go back. Now. Matthew's 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world, or the end of this age? All right, whose world? Whose rulership? The so-called white man, Esau. That's who. Continuing on, it says, And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many, or I am the anointed, and shall deceive many, right? Which is, the so-called white man, mainly Esau. He's in the forefront when it comes to that, when it comes to saying he's the anointed, all right? Because he put up himself as the one people only call Jesus Christ. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right, so the elect is not going to be troubled, okay? Because here it is, wars breaking out. You got America, you got Russia, France, all right, all these different countries, and they ask for a ceasefire. Why? Because they're worried, they're troubled. All right, the regular average day people. Oh, war? Nah, we already got coronavirus. Last thing we need is a war. Okay, the Lord said. Now, if you read the scriptures, you understand these things have to happen before the Lord comes back. Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, now you got them so-called Israelis over there, and they fighting with the Palestinians. Okay, you got America is going back and forth with Russia. Okay, Russia, North Korea, China. All right, and now you have to name a few, and now you have Armenia and Azerbaijan going at it, man. All right, and if you watch it on YouTube, they're letting those things fly. All right, they don't care who they hit, and that's all the spirit, man. That's all the spirit. The scripture speak about what's that? Is it Proverbs 22nd? I'm trying to get it right after this. It says, and there shall be says, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And aren't you seeing earthquakes? Aren't you seeing pestilence, COVID-19? All right, now they're talking about a second wave that's going to be worse than the first wave. And there shall be famines. All right, a lot of these stores and supermarkets, restaurants, they're not able to restock as normal. All right, the water is poisoned. All right, some areas they don't have running water that's good to drink. So that famine, the pestilence, the earthquake in diverse places, all these things are happening. Verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, so things are going to pick up. All right, things are going to become heated. All right, Lord will this year. All right, something goes down, because as soon as all these things begin to happen, that's when we know Yahweh Shai, the one you call Jesus Christ, that's when he's going to be returning, making his return. All right, that's why when you go back to the top, all right, go back to the top, it says Matthew 24:3, and he sat upon the Mount Olive. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming? That's the sign of the Lord's coming, his second return. All right, all these things happening. That's why we're not troubled, but we're happy. We're happy to see it happen. All right, and that's going to separate two-thirds from the elect. Okay, that's why scriptures also say in the book of Amos, I believe, it says, woe unto you that desire to see the day of the Lord. Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it real quick, I'll bring it out and I'll end the lesson on that. All right. Give me 1 second. This is Amos 5:18, right? It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." All right. For what end is it to you? You desiring the day of the Lord. You saying you want the Lord to come, and you beg for the Lord to come back, but you ain't doing the Lord's will. All right. So what end is it to you? It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord," which is destruction. All right. Lamentations and mournings. All right. It says, the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you? Yeah, it's your judgment. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Okay? Darkness and not light. And ultimately, those thermonuclear missiles are going to strike. And basically, it's going the smoke from the missiles is going to basically block out the sun. All right? Simultaneously, the elect is going to be delivered. All right? The elect is going to be saved up out of that. All right? So, yeah, man, these countries are heating up. These countries are heating up, man. These countries are starting to, and then what is that? Let's go to Proverbs 21. See what that says. All right, Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will." Okay, so a lot of people asking why these countries, Armenia and Azerbaijan, why are they going to war now? Why is this a conflict now? All right, there you don't worry about that. There you go. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whatsoever he will. All right. When you go into the word heart, you get lob. All right. You get lob. And when you go on the Strong's info, all right, it shows it the heart, the mind, the midst, the understanding. All right, wisdom. All right. So when you see the heart, it's actually talking about the mind. All right. So the Lord put it in the king's minds to go to war. All right. And that's beautiful because that means you're almost out of here. And with that, I'm saying all praise goes to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Bashim Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles and Ezra Millstone. Salutations to the person out there pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty. Shalom.